Here we go in 2026, the first official meeting. And so we're really excited. The next 15 months are going to blow your mind. So don't miss a thing. Take all the information, spread it out with anybody you know. So welcome to everyone, and thank you to all the reps and the company ladies for coming. And I'm still letting people in, so that's really great. And
Usually I can control this, but she's got
and
to
it
share.
came up. It
Usually I
came
put
up
the slides over
big
here and
on
keep
my
the pictures
screen.
there.
All right, I do want to give a special shout out to Jennifer Mills. Susan Gilbertus invited her from H1, so we welcome her. H1 used to be skinny. Now they are big and fat here on Fat Tuesday. Not fat like, but in full strength. How should I say that?
Mhm.
Okay, someone is joining and it says Effective Leadership Academy. I may have to throw them out if I don't know them.
No, it's Melanie. Hold on.
Oh, okay. It's like, okay,
I'm
that looks like
changing my
somebody from
name.
my
I'm
work.
changing my name. Hold on.
That looks
Melanie
like somebody from my
Toomey.
work.
Melanie.
All right, and our second visitor, did I see Marcia Fletcher back?
Mm.
I don't know if I saw her. She was Ellen Boucher brought her to the open house and was just going to join us again. And then I loved Ann's stories, and we got to know each other from F1. And so I invited Ann. Remember, bring a friend all the way to the 50th. We want to share everything we know. So quickly, the agenda. We're going to hit new volunteers, new positions on the LOC reps. Got big information about the OSP, brand new Operation Onboard, and more. We will hear from the Connection Series ladies. You see all of that. We'll go into breakouts. You do have a couple of things in the breakouts, and you'll see it on the screen before you get there. The OSP challenge, Lynn and Mary Lou will challenge you, and so mention that in your breakouts, and I will mention the Operation Onboard in just a minute, and then your regimental business. We'll go the breakouts. The regimental leaders will come back and give me a synopsis of that. Cindy will take it away and tell us what other fun things we're going to do. She's having fun modeling it right now. Fun, fun, fun. Then Steve Morrow is going to be on from the CEC, and our next gathering will be the 21st of April. That's the last thing I'll say, so you'll remember it. All right, so let's pay attention to the arrows and what's going on. First of all, the yellow arrows are brand new volunteers. So shout out, woohoo for the new volunteers. We have Ginger, Lynn, how to say that? Naudane?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ginger Naudane, the very newest. She came on.
I haven't really confirmed her yet.
Oh, okay. Well, we have a almost maybe.
Almost.
If you are 98%, you're on the list. Okay, so warning to all the visitors. All right. Mary Lou Carmack. Actually, Des found her. She's the 50th golden couple. And so got connected, and she and Bobby talked, and we all
We
got her
haven't
on
talked
board.
yet. We haven't talked yet, but we're going
Oh,
to. We're
I
going
saw
to because I
saw
have no
email.
idea what I'm doing. No idea.
Hey, Mary Lou.
Hey, Mel, how are ya?
Hi, Mary Lou.
All right,
Send
and so
Send
now
me an
pay
email.
all right, so
I will.
now we're gonna go to the blue arrows. Now we're gonna go to the blue arrows. Arrows. People that have been here but changed positions. So Sue Walters moved up to H2 rep, company rep. Lynn Lasher moved up to D3 company rep, and you say, how is that? There's the D3 duo going on. Well, let me tell you about third reg. Sheila Swiger graciously was the very, very first regimental rep. She has led the way in what we're supposed to do all the time. She's the only swag girl that we've ever had, and she has asked to be an assistant. And I said, okay, but you have big shoes to fill. Who can do that? And so we talked, and Robin was unanimous. The CEC approved Robin, and Robin agreed to move up to lead third reg. And Sheila's going to be the assistant and still in charge of swag and also help take care of Mike. So for family reasons, she asked to move down over back from so many responsibilities. The next arrow, orange. Diana got a new knee yesterday, and
Oh,
she is also going to be the assistant leader through the 50th. We lost Susan Luther because of health issues. And so Diana stepped back in and said she would be interim. And so now she is going to be with us as assistant leader through the 50th. So what is Operation Onboard? Here's the skinny, and we'll talk more on the 24th. All right, so it's an introduction or a refresher for volunteers. So you see we have probably 37 people online now, 38 I'm looking, plus the duals, we have over 40. We have 61 listed on our list. So some have moved into new positions, some are brand new as of this afternoon. And so we're going to have a volunteer meeting and talk about that. We're going to talk about what is our mission of connecting, responsibility, that's confidentiality of the company rosters, confidentiality of the information that we get from AOG through the class, very important, and we have to sign for it. Strategies, ideas for connecting, getting our ladies' stories, the OSP, and supporting the great class of 77. So confidentiality being a great big thing, and I have brand new rosters for everybody. But before I pass those out, we need to meet and find those. Check your mic since we have almost 50 online. Check your mic. All right, and then what you're going to do in the breakout is if you have something great to share, tell your regimental leader that you are willing to come next Tuesday, or just email me and say, I have something great to share. We're going to share successes, and then I'm going to talk about the responsibility that we have with the information that we have. All right, so Black and Gold Awards, who are they? A2, Sue Wilhite, mini reunion, great. Ellen, bringing the Marcia to the open house. Thank you for bringing that to start off the new year. Anna has the most stories turned in. All right. And Anna also reached out to Art Elward, who lost his wife last August. And that is the first classmate memorial we have in our OSP. So scarves will be coming out to you guys. C4, Kathy Buchanan and Marianne Durso. Holy moly, they're going to tell you all about their mail out campaign that they did. And we got stories today from that. And then we need to salute our F4, Carol Van Dree, who's our great artist, and she's designing the cover and the back of our book. We always have the traveling volunteer backpacks. And you saw Des a while ago there. She and Mary Lou have been in Antarctica. It's like the old teacher thing with the flat Stanley. Take it on a field trip and take me a picture. I will show your picture. All right. So, lost. Oh, I am about 45 seconds over, and I'm going to turn it over to Jean and Jenny, and they're going to tell us about updates with outreach.
Jean, are you here? I think Jean's going to check in for the late meeting.
Okay.
Jean's been catching up with Diana the last few days in her knee surgery. And this, since our last meeting, I've sent out 2 condolence notes and in 1 anniversary note. And that's the update for outreach.
Thank you, Jenny. And I'll follow up. Jean has been in constant contact, and Diana sent me a message right before surgery yesterday, and she said Jean's connection with her has just been outstanding. But thank you, Outreach Committee. Is Sheila here?
Yes.
Ah, hello, Sheila.
Hey.
All right. Tell us about swag. And I put Stan's new jacket up.
Oh, good, good. Actually, there hasn't been any sales, I don't think, on that other than Stan's that is the latest. I checked with Mike, and usually we get a note from Great Corner as to money that has been spent. And that's been very, very quiet, but that you need to order early if you're going to get one.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Sheila.
You're welcome.
Last meeting was the 21st of September. The next one will be either February or March. Not a lot to report since then, except that, as you all know, the manual has been updated January 1st, and primarily they worked really hard to get the SME pages updated. And the last thing is that Les and Scott Leishman are trying to find out or explore the various ways to gift the quality of life manual to the affiliation class. So that's all on the quality of life update until the next meeting.
Thank you, Marianne. I appreciate that. All right. So the OSP, our story submissions, there are 2 slides. Lynn Belcher, who is the rep for first and second reg, and Marianne will come back on for third and fourth.
Right now we have 11 stories from first reg and 6 from second, a total of 17. And I am urging everyone to go ahead and get your stories in. And I also want to thank Shannon for sending out an email to everyone to remind them about turning in their story. We really are enjoying them, and we look forward to having everyone's story told.
Thank you, Lynn. And Lynn, I know you and Marianne were neck and neck this afternoon. Lynn sent me one more, so you see a +1 down there, and Marianne did too. So there's a big competition going on there. But thank you, Lynn. Marianne.
Kathy Buchanan and I split fourth reg. And everyone from fourth reg has been contacted by one of us. And right now, the statistics are that we've had 1 submission, 2 potential submissions yet to come, 3 responses yet to come. 2 I did not contact on my half because I didn't know their marital status. And 1 we found was not married, and 1 was divorced. So I believe Mary Lou Nosco contacted everyone in fourth reg, and then Kathy and I split the list and did a more detailed list. So again, we're neck and neck with Lynn's first and second reg, and we're just going to keep plugging away. As I told Lynn, my phone is on speed dial.
Our challenge from Lynn and Marianne is each rep reach 2 more. So Marianne and Lynn just shared how they have reached out, and during the Operation Onboard, I'm going to share these numbers and who these people represent with you. But we have a new handle on who's out there and where we sit, and we would like to really give everyone an opportunity. All right. Thank you.
Pam, did you ever find Sue Walters?
I did not.
She said she's on, but she never showed up in the room either.
Yeah, I lost her. I didn't see her. Well, while everybody's coming back on, I just put Stan's coat on. It is super nice. He wears it every single day. He has never worn anything that I have given him in 47 years this much. It has a gray rim around the collar. It's Lands End. It's fur lined. And
3/4 zip?
it It zips. Yeah.
All the way. Okay.
Yeah. And the the crest is a little bit larger and it's the accurate colors. It's so nice.
And how long did you say it took you to get it after you ordered it?
About 6 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, I ordered it like right after Black Friday
Mhm.
and it came when we got back after New Year's.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
Yeah, but I love it. And I also got him this scarf, the gray, black and gray, like our black and gold to go with it. But
Pam,
welcome.
Pam, I have
And
a question. What is the sizing? Is it pretty true?
I would, I think Sheila told me just to go on Land's End. I went to Land's End
Okay.
and looked, and his measurements matched a large, and it just perfectly fits.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Mike has one, of course, and he says it really does fit to size. He's got a extra large,
Okay.
and it does fit to size.
Okay. Thank you.
Are they being made by Lands End?
They
Uh,
are.
Well, we
Okay.
contract with Greek Corner, our store, our class of 77 store here in Springfield. And they will put the order in. You have to contact them or whatever you want to buy, and then they come through with the embroidery and the screen printing items. So
Okay.
you need to contact that. I think there was
Okay.
I think there's a link. I know there's a link somewhere, and I think it was on this.
Yeah, I'll put the link out again right after the meeting. And if you're on Sallyport, the link is under events 50th reunion, so it's harder to
Okay.
find. But
I knew it was on Sallyport too.
yeah. All right.
I buy a lot from Lands End and I find them to be of good quality and
It,
fit well.
it's super quality.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with Fourth Reg. What happened there? Anything, any takers? Any information?
Well, sure, I can chime in there. I took a few notes. We
Okay.
first talked to Diane because we're also concerned about her situation. She had a fire on the 19th of June
Oh.
and hopefully will be into her new home by Thanksgiving. And through all of that, she felt very, very lucky, even though it took everything. And obviously tired of the rental. Carol asked her if she felt it made her stronger. She said, well, we were already strong people. And so we all wish you, Diane, speedy and good contractors and a good build process before the weather gets bad again. Although I guess it doesn't where you are, so never mind. Beth showed us some of her quilt squares that she made, and also Linda had behind her a log cabin quilt that her husband had gifted her with. And the quilts were displayed, the squares were displayed because she didn't particularly like them put together. So they were really very, very nice. And then we talked about maybe that we thought that the stories that everybody is submitting could be made into a book. And Kathy said that in the class of 68, they had done some kind of a similar publishing. And they said that, and I had mentioned that Joe thought our stories were a lot better than the guys. And I said, yes, ours have heart and soul. And then I think Linda said, and Kathy said that the guys were told to just list the facts, not necessarily in bullets, but it was that kind of thing. And so I think ours will be very, very impressive. Denise and Kathy are welcoming new grandchildren in the next few months. And Kathy gave us the information on trying to contact people. She went through Spokio. And I'm not familiar with Spokio, but Kathy said just Google Spokio, and that's a good way to reconnect with people. And then one of the questions came up, Pam, and you're probably going to address this: is how are our stories going to be published?
Our stories will be published. Actually, this summer I'm connecting really with 3 publishers right now and it depends on the number we have. So I'm thinking we'll have 100, 150, or maybe 200, and that will make the determination because of the price. But they will be hardback and put out at Army Air Force.
Oh,
In Fourth Reg, were there, Bonnie, did you have a question? Oh, okay. Old math teacher stuff. I saw your hand. In Fourth Reg, were there any volunteers to come to Operation Outboard next Tuesday?
honestly, we didn't discuss it, Pam. I
Okay,
apologize for that.
all right. Well, they can email me if they want. All right, Third Reg. What were the highlights?
Well, we had a very interesting question about the 50th reunion. We sponsor widows to come to the reunion. Is that correct?
The registration will be paid for widows.
Okay, what about widowers?
That's a
Who-
great, I don't think so, but
No?
I can, Steve Marr will be on in a moment. That has never been asked that I know.
Okay. Question is out there.
Question is out there.
Mike and Sheila are headed back to Houston Friday, I believe, for more treatment. And so fingers crossed and prayers. What else did we talk about? Arlene's wedding. Arlene's got a wedding coming up. That's exciting. And Bobby's freezing. No, I'm just kidding. She's not freezing. But she's gonna go to Hawaii in March.
Oh,
Get a little
great.
getaway. Yeah.
Any takers
And-
on the Operation Outboard, on board?
Honestly, we didn't really talk about it because we don't really understand it.
Okay, they can email me too if they're,
So we need a
Oh.
better, we need more explanation.
oh,
But
okay.
the other thing that came up is that the Richardsons are building a house in Delaware. And we were thinking we need to make sure Mary Lou is connected with them because they're
Yeah.
going to be sort of neighbors in the next 3 months, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, great. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Robin. And I'll talk about the onboarding right at the very end.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go to First Reg because Lynn likes to have the most in her group, and she did again. I know. Jenny, First Reg.
A lot of questions about onboarding, and I was a little fuzzy on details. They had questions about who was invited and what the actual agenda for that meeting might be. So they'd be interested in more details on that. And then a question about the our story project. If you're not attending the reunion at West Point in the fall, how would you get your book?
They will be given out at every event afterwards. So if I see you at Army Navy, I'll bring it. If I see you at a Founder's Day, I'll bring them. If you come to the official reunion, I'll bring them. And after that, I'll mail. But I'm gonna use.
You wouldn't mail ahead of time, maybe if they covered the fee, if the individual covered the fee?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we can put that out there.
That's all we had, Pam.
Okay. All right, Lynn. And Lynn's group was 12. Now, First Reg was 11. All right, Lynn, go.
Well, on Operation On Board, we are very fuzzy on that too. And the general consensus is everybody should have it. And you should do do another program like this where
Okay.
we're all learning together about it together, because just a few people having it is not enough. We need to
Okay.
have everybody have the same training, same skill, whatever.
All
So
right.
that was my feedback, and I was just going over that basically the OSP is 3 paragraphs. It's pretty easy. I was trying to make it simplifying so we get some more stories in there and talking about the cruise. That's about it.
All right. Thank you.
All
Oh,
right, well,
the other way. There you go.
all right, there we are. And now we're on the same page. We decided that on 31 March from 8 to 9 West Point time, hoping everyone can come, we're going to do another happy hour. We're going to call this our March Madness Happy Hour. So wear your favorite jersey of whatever college team you like. It doesn't have to be one that's actually in March Madness, but just come. And these simply are fun connecting times. Bring a drink, don't bring a drink, whatever. There's no business discussed. This is just for fun. Coming up is the Golfing Grads 3 through 7 May. They are doing a class dinner on 5 May. Pam has the contact information there for you. All of your spouses would have received an email about this, or should have, because it went out through the class. They've never done where they invited other people to come to the class dinner. So they're trying that this year. The distinguished graduate, Vinnie Viola, that is 18 through 20 May at West Point. Pam, once again, has put together a fabulous plan. She's the super, I don't know what we call you, Pam, the hostess with the mostest, I guess. I don't know. But she did get some discounted reservations at the Hampton Inn. I don't know how many rooms are left, Pam, because there are a limited number of rooms available. So if you're
I think there's only about 10 rooms left.
okay, so if that's something you're interested in, I don't suggest that you wait. And then the big one is the mini reunion Army Air Force 6 through 8 November. We started out with 50 rooms, and I think they were gone in 3 days, Pam? So Pam
Yeah.
was able to get a few more rooms for us. So I've been telling everybody, if you're interested in coming to the Army Air Force, make your reservation, because that game is going to sell out and the hotels will be absolutely ridiculous if you find a room. Pam is doing a hop. People are excited about this hop, Pam. You need to know that. We've been talking about that and people are excited about it. Tailgate, we did this before, and it's a delicious Mission Barbecue tailgate. We meet at the Buffalo Soldier Pavilion. It's a great fun day. And then Saturday night you can do company parties, or like I did, we just mooched off of I-3. Your choice. But it is a really, really fun weekend, and I really suggest and hope that everyone comes. Although, Pam, I'm still curious. Are we coming to your house Thursday night for brats and beer?
I'm working on that, and Stan says yes, and I said, I think there's
Oh,
51 right now.
My goodness, I don't know. That's crazy, Pam.
We
Well, you
also
could
have
just-
we have axe throwing, but it's 3-year-old axe throwing. It's bristle blocks axe throw.
Oh my goodness, that's too funny. There are a couple of cruises out there. One is the Iceland Norway cruise, 3 through 13 September. I'm guessing if you haven't already made reservations for that, you're not going to find many cabins left open, but you could try. And then Mark Hazelton's doing the Hawaii one, 6 through 13 March in 2027. So I will tell you, just having done this, we had a really good time. It was just 16 of us, but we had a blast. So, and the second cruise was eight of us. So I think we've all had a good time. So I would encourage you to take advantage of some of these class cruises. And we had the Ackers come this time who had never come on a cruise before. So even first time cruisers can come, right, Pam?
Right. And it's not real scary. It's really fun.
I think that's it, unless somebody has a question for me. I think that's all I got.
Okay. Any event questions for Cindy? Thank you, Cindy, for everything you do. You're absolutely you are hospitality with the mostest. That doesn't rhyme, but you are. All right. Steve Morrow, are you online? Steve Morrow, are you unmuted online?
Now we are unmuted. I hopped
There
into
you go.
Laurel's chair and I'm using her equipment and I don't know how to do it. Am I up?
You are up.
All right. Well, good evening, ladies. It has been really fun to be in the background listening in. I see Joe back there. Hey, Joe, how are you? I saw Casey earlier. So I know the guys do listen in here because that's part of how we know what's going on with you, with your amazing group. So let me grab on to one thing that Cindy just said, and I don't know if she mentioned this about upcoming cruises. Of course, we've got the Iceland Norway cruise in September, and just yesterday we got two more couples added in. Don and Yvonne Washington and Joe and Cecilia Lunsford are going to be on that cruise with us, and now we're up to nearly 30 couples for that cruise. So it's going to be pretty spectacular. Hey, Ted, I see you peeking in there too. All right, listen, my job here in 5 minutes is to quickly summarize some of the highlights from our most recent class executive committee meeting last week. And we didn't really break a lot of new ground, so I don't have anything earth-shattering, but let me just give you a quick update of a handful of things. Pam, can you put up the slide or is it up?
It's up and the first bullet is in.
Okay, fantastic. Let me see if I can see that.
Speaker view.
There we go. Okay, now I can see it. All right. So perhaps you're aware or not that we obviously have members of the class of 77, those would be the graduates, but we also have associate members, and these would be non-graduates, guys that went through our day with us back in 1973, but did not graduate for any multitude of reasons. And many of them have wished to reconnect with us. And we are now up to 40 associate members. We voted 4 new ones in at the last meeting, all in company G3, thanks to the hard work of Dan Fuller. So we just welcome those new AMs and we keep wanting more. It's really great when our former classmates, reconnect with us and they become voting members of the class. They're invited to all of our social events. They're because they are our brothers. Speaking of brothers, Band of Brothers, Lance Betros and his amazing team, as everyone knows, they pulled off another successful distinguished graduate. This time, Vinny Viola has been selected as a DG, and his events, I believe y'all discussed them already, will be coming up in May with the big party at the ski slope on Monday night and a full day of events on Tuesday, May 19th, beginning with the parade in the morning, dinner, mess hall, lunch, then a reception at the O Club, and then we'll have evening parties. So that's going to be a fantastic thing. I do want to mention that on the morning of Monday, the 18th, I'll be leading a hike from Lake Frederick to Round Pond. So those that know the lay of the land at West Point know that that's 7 very hilly miles. And what it is, it's the first half of the march back that we do with the new cadets from time to time. And anyone and everyone's invited to that hike on Monday morning, May 18th. Then skipping down to the 50th activities, Pete Selleck gave an update on our class gifts. And the news is that we chose to fund 3 gifts for our 50th. Number 3 was the Inspiration to Serve Cemetery Tour. And what that is, it's for the yearlings, the sophomores, who go to the West Point Cemetery. They begin in the chapel there with a very somber presentation, basically about the seriousness of the profession of arms. And then they go and visit 3 grave sites. And at the grave site, they meet either the family of the deceased, or a coach from his cadet days, or one is hosted by his best friend. And what this does, it inspires the yearling class who are upcoming to their affirmation, their commitment to the military service obligation they incur when they begin their junior year. It is a wonderful program. There's a couple of videos available if you're interested in seeing it, but we are endowing that, and what that will allow them to do is pay the expenses for the Gold Star families who come up to honor their deceased West Point graduate. Now, our number 2 gift was a scholars program to help disadvantaged cadets aspire to Rhodes scholarships and Hertz fellowships and those, postgraduate scholarships. That program is has kind of been put on hold as the new administration revisited any clubs or activities that weren't open to everyone. And so that one's in limbo, I will say. But our number 1 gift, which is the Sheehan Chair of Military Strategy, we have raised the funds to do that. But what's holding it up a little bit is the transition of that chair is going from the Department of Military Instruction, Modern War Institute, under the Office of the Commandant. It's moving over to the History Department, where it will fall under the Dean. And just that whole transition is causing some delays along the way. But at the end of the day, it's still on track to have an amazingly generous gift from our class. The next topic was the update on our 50th howitzer. I heard a comment a moment ago that the guys' biographies are kind of boring because they're factual, not heartfelt. And I will say I agree totally with your assessment, because that's the way the guys write their biographies. It's kind of a timeline, if you will. And then your OSPs are phenomenal and amazing, as we've said before. But the thing I wanted to mention, 2 things about our 50th howitzer. It's going to be huge. It is a volume very similar to our original howitzer in 1977. We now have 456 biographies as of a month ago, and aspiring to even more. And that's out of 656 living graduates. We are going to hard bind it like, our original howitzer, and we expect that cost to be roughly $100. And then finally, the reunion update. Our reunion chairman, Pete Palmer, was not able to attend, so we really didn't break any new ground. But so I just want to put it in context that the 50th reunion proper is, of course, May of 2027, but that's really part 2, because part 1 is this Army Air Force event that we've talked so much about coming up in November. All right, that's all I have to offer. Take any questions if they are. If not, I'll say thank you for letting me speak.
Any questions for Steve? Thank you so much, Steve. We appreciate all the information and
Good to
you
see
being
everyone.
here.
All right, take care.
All right, thank you. All right, so here's how we looked on the New Year's. All right, the next thing is March 31st, March Madness. I'll send a separate link for that.
Good night,
Cindy.
everyone.
Night. Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.
Night, everybody.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night. Bye, Teresa. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.